that down to you. All right, please state your full name and mailing address.
My name is Norsha Bolden, 1905 Jewella Avenue, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71109.
All right, and just to tell us what you're here requesting today.
Today I'm here requesting for variance. They say that my main property is close to the property line, and so I'm here to ask for, I guess, a forbearance for that.
So you have two existing buildings that are currently there.
Correct. What is all I had to get it re-subdivided? It's one building,
Right.
And it hasn't been looked at since it was made. So I had to get it re-subdivided. I did all of that into the one building, and I'm trying to add a portable building on my backside for my after-school program for the community.
Right.
So that's what they said I had to come here for.
Okay. Any questions from the board for Ms. Bolden?
I do. I have a question for staff. When I read it says it encroached 25 feet into the requested 30-foot front yard setback, are you saying it's 5 foot from the street of the building?
No.
It doesn't look that way. That's why
Yeah, it's not.
what I'm reading and what I'm seeing seem to be different.
Not correct on that one. The actual setback, yeah, I think you're correct. It's not 5 feet from the.
So it's a 5-foot variance instead of a 25-foot?
Yes, I do believe that's correct. I think that the staff report's incorrectly written.
And so we should qualify that, because if we say we give them a 25-foot, she could put a building right up next to this.
That's correct. That's a good catch.
Right. All right, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Anyone else wish to speak for case BAC 60-17? Anyone wish to speak against BAC 60-17? What do we hear?
Move to approve as submitted. Second.
Motion by Mr. Stewart, second by Mr. Hendricks. Pardon me, Dr. Stewart. Yeah. All right, so the motion is to approve a 5-foot variance for this application and to ensure that we correct the staff report for the record. Please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Tab 6 is case BAC 61-17, 5305 Roberts Drive, Hollywood Baptist Church.
Good afternoon. Harold Carpenter, 4240 Rosary Lane, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71108. I'm representing Hollywood Baptist Church as administrator. We are requesting to add an additional sanctuary to our existing church on property that we do own. It's immediately east of our church at this time. It's on about 2 3/4 acres. And I noticed also that there was, in our meeting earlier, the fire hydrants has been installed at the intersections of Roberts and Markham Place and Roberts and Luther Circle right across from the church that were down there earlier. They have been installed at this time. And our architects are working on the replat and the site plan that will be given to the executive director very shortly.
All right. Any questions from the board for Mr. Carpenter? Thank you very much, sir. Anyone else wish to speak for case BAC 61-17? Anyone wish to speak against case BAC 61-17? All right, what do we hear?
Move to approve for the split.
Motion by Mr. Bergeron, second by Ms. Pearson to approve with stip. Stipulation being that a site plan and replat be submitted and approved by the executive director prior to the issuance of any permits. Please vote. Mr. Cooper? Need to redo? Can we reset? You ready? All right, please vote again. All right, motion carries unanimously. Tab 7 is case BAC 62-17, 3809 Hearn Avenue.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Amarjeet Kaur. I live at 2000 Old Mendon Road, apartment 216, Bossier City.
And your zip code, please? Your zip code?
71111.
Okay, and could you spell your last name for me?
Kaur.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, ma'am, what can we do for you today?
We're here today requesting for a liquor license
Okay,
over at
3809 Hearn?
3809 Hearn Avenue.
Okay, and is this a new facility?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, and this is for high and low content?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Because
okay.
we have some pictures.
Okay. If you wish to speak, you'll have to go after her.
Okay.
I'll have to get your name on the record.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, my name is Trilojan Singh, and I'm the primary applicant, 2000 Old Minden Road,
Okay,
apartment 216, Bossier City, Louisiana,
and your zip code?
71111.
Thank you. All right, so you're opening a new store,
Yes, yes, sir.
all right? And it's for package sale of beer, wine, and high alcohol content beverages,
Yes, sir.
all right? And you have some
Yes,
pictures
sir.
for us? Will that
Should I
fit, will
proceed?
that fit on the overhead, Evan?
No, she's. I have 5 copies.
You can hold them up, yeah. All right, while she's doing that,
Yes. This is one. This is big one. This is private edition, and this is one. There are 5 copies.
This is how it looks right now. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
The top 3 pictures are the current condition of the property right now, and middle one and the last bottom 3 pictures that I'm planning to make.
so are you rehabilitating this building, or are you tearing it down and building new?
Building will be still the same, but I'm putting brand new parking lot and landscaping all over according to city ordinance, and camera system and strip parking lot and everything.
I'm gonna, can I add to that? We're actually going to be doing extensive renovation in this property, which includes, the outside, the inside, the parking lot, and some greeneries outside as well.
Landscape.
Landscaping.
All right. Any questions from the board?
What's the camera system for?
I'll be putting 16 camera system around the building, outside and inside, and parking lots, and on the road on Mervyn Street and Hearn Avenue to cover the whole area.
If I could just add to that, it's going to be professionally installed as well.
And this is just for in-house surveillance?
It's going to be for the business surveillance, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, inside and outside, all over the place.
All right. All right, well, we appreciate the visual aids. It's often helpful to see what,
You're
express
welcome.
what your plans are.
Thank you.
And one more thing, I do have one license under my name, hard liquor license, and that's the bottom 3 pictures of that that building I have, the business I have, and it's a strictly drive-through and walk-up window, no public access. Customer cannot get in. They have to come through drive-through or walk-up window.
Okay. And how long have you been operating that facility?
Last 1 year.
Okay.
No violation, no nothing.
All right. Any further questions from the board?
Are there any other liquor stores nearby? What's the closest? liquor store?
Closest liquor store is Lakeshore Liquor, which is about, I would say, 2.5 miles or 2 miles. Lakeshore Liquor on Hearn and Lakeshore.
All right. Any further questions? Thank you, sir. And ma'am.
Thank you.
Would you like these back?
Sure, I can do it later on.
Okay.
No big rush. Thank you.
We'll get it back later. All right, anyone else wish to speak for case BAC 62-17?
Good afternoon. Rick Holland, 330 Wickford Circle, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71115.
Have you been here before, sir?
Well, this young couple, they were a little nervous. You know, your board was, you know, they were a little intimidated by them, so they just needed a little security blanket, asked me to come along and with them. And, you know, they've really tried to do everything right, I think, you know, and this is going to make a big change. And I think they're planning somewhere around 6 or 7 new employees, and hopefully it's going to be, you know, rewarding for this. They put a pretty large investment in this opportunity, so your consideration will be more than appreciated.
Thank you, Mr.
Any
Holland.
other questions?
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak for case BAC 62-17? Anybody wish to speak against BAC 62-17? All right, what do we hear?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bergeron, second by Mr. Farrell to approve.
Well, I was looking to see, I was looking at the wrong one, see if there's stipulations, if there wasn't.
And do realize in this, you're actually only having to approve the high alcohol content sales because under the UDC, which this falls under, they already have the right to serve the beer and the wine as a matter of right.
All right, no further discussion, please vote. Who are we missing?
Cooper.
Mr. Cooper. Hit your button again.
Everybody?
There's always.
All right, motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care of the neighborhood.
Case BAC 63-17. (260) Olive Street.
All right, guys, I don't move like I used to.
That's quite all right. Take your time.
Jerry Stewart, 260 Olive Street, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71104.
Yes, sir, Mr. Stewart.
Well, obviously, I'm here for a variance. Put up a carport cover, mainly for health and welfare, obviously. Getting in and out of the vehicle, pouring down rain with the grandkids and the wife. We saved 5 years on our Social Security money to put this up. I had the contractor, I just assumed they took care of it. I didn't. My fault. Now I'm paying the price.
Okay.
But it was put up for health and welfare.
Okay. All right, any questions from the board for Mr. Stewart? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else wish to speak for case BAC 63-17? Anyone wish to speak against BAC 63-17? All right, what do we hear?
Move to approve. Second.
Motion by Mr. Bergeron, second by Dr. Stewart to approve. Please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Tab 9 is case BAP 26-17, 4140 Rockford Street.
Hello, how's it going?
Good.
My name is Dennis Hughes. Mailing address is 3257 Burt Coombs Industrial Loop, apartment 4207.
Zip code, please.
71118.
All right, Mr. Hughes, what can we help you with today?
Yes, I'm trying to, I bought this property and trailer from a coworker, and the trailer was already on the property, but I didn't know that he didn't pull the right permits to put the trailer on the property.
Okay.
And prior to him buying the property, there was a trailer there already that burnt down, and I think that he bought it from those owners and just put another trailer right there. And now I'm stuck trying to get, electricity.
Sure.
So you're not currently living in the trailer?
No, sir.
Is there some other trailers right there on that street?
Yes.
The one that burnt down, was it removed? Was everything removed?
Yes, everything is removed. Yes.
All right, so you understand that part of the staff recommendation for approval are two stipulations. One is that skirting will be added,
That's paid in full already. We're just waiting for it to come in.
okay? And that two is that the driveway will be repaved, either asphalt or concrete,
Correct.
okay?
I
So
was-
you're aware of those stipulations?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Can I say something?
Sure.
Right now, my lease is up in the end of this month. I'm paying month to month right now.
Okay.
And I was going to ask maybe that I can, maybe get like a 90-day or 120-day, to get it done.
Well, that's up to staff and Mr. Sweeney. Typically, you won't get permits issued until these two stipulations are met, correct?
That is correct.
Is there a mechanism for him to have that time to get that done before he can move in, or so he can move in, I guess?
Well, I guess I have to ask the question, what is it exactly you're going to do? Were you going to move the mobile home out there and it's already out there?
No, it's extra time to get the paving done, the paving and skirting.
But he said the skirting was purchased.
Skirting's been ordered but not installed.
Right.
I don't really have a mechanism to give you 60 to 90 days. In order for you to get the permit, those things would have to be put into place, is what I'm trying to say.
How much time does he have at this point?
Well, once he gets his approval, he technically he doesn't have to do anything for a year. I mean, he has an entire year to move that mobile home in there, and then if he hasn't done that in that time period, then he loses that.
Well, he purchased the property with a mobile home on it, so it's already there. Does he still have a year?
But he won't get power or, he won't be allowed to put power to that until he gets the permit, correct?
That's right. So you
So
kind of have
even though he
order-
waits a year to do it, he won't have power to that trailer.
No, he won't.
Well, can I say this? The concrete is the driveway is already paved. It's already a hard surface. Just at the ends, you got to kind of a couple of them kind of crumble up,
Right.
Well,
But it can be repaired. But it is a hard driveway.
you have to get a permit to do the skirting and the driveway. So that's required. And so before you can get those two things have to be done as part of this. be able to actually have the permit, is what I'm trying to say.
So
So,
what permit is he trying to get that he can't get yet?
Yeah, I can't get power.
Right.
well, there's a permit required to actually do the driveway itself.
Oh, the pavement,
Yes.
okay.
Now, the skirting, I'm not certain about that. I think the skirting is something you do. I don't think a permit's required for that, but he has to put in skirting on the base, around the base of the actual mobile home.
Let me ask you this. The pavement, that was already there from
Yes,
the old trailer? And what you're asking for is to finish it so it'll meet requirements?
correct. I'm asking to, get approved so I can get electricity, get in there and get that done. I just want to get from under this,
Yeah, he's trying to get out of his current lease.
Right.
His
Right.
lease-
Right.
When does your lease expire?
in this month. I'm paying month to month right now.
Now, I'm looking at some pictures, and you say the paving's there, but I'm looking at a van parked, and it looks like it's, if there was paving, most of it's grass now.
Which one are you talking about?
This picture?
I apologize.
Can I come up and get that?
Yeah, that's right there on the screen.
It's right there on the screen. She's got it
In other
right
words,
there.
it's-
Okay, right there where that van is, that's it's a curved driveway right there. He just pulled up straight. When we
Oh, so
first,
that isn't your trailer right there? then?
yes, that is a trailer.
This just doesn't show your driveway.
Right, it's just covered with grass right now. But it's paved. It's
So
paved.
you have to get the grass taken off.
Yeah.
The grass is already off.
Okay.
That was like an early picture when I first got it.
It looks like
Yeah,
gravel.
I totally understand.
The stipulation talks
Okay,
about asphalt.
the stipulation we've got there doesn't quite work. In other words, for him to actually do the skirting and the pavement, he has to get a permit. So this is not written correctly, the way this recommendation is, so
what
bear
is it?
with me. So, in other words, allow him to have a mobile home, y'all approved that. So in order for him to occupy that mobile home, he has to get two permits, one for the skirting and one for the repaving of that driveway. Now, however long it takes him to do that, that's up to him. I don't have to give him in 60 or 90 days.
So he-
Because you see, the way this is worded, it's saying you won't release the permits until those are done. That's why it's incorrectly worded.
Right, so here's the thing. So once he gets the permits, he can then get electricity turned on.
That's correct.
All right, do you understand that? So you have to go get a permit for the construction of the driveway
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean you have to do it, right?
right away, right? You get the,
Right.
yeah, you
Right
have to
away,
do it, but
correct.
not
Not yet.
Or are
immediately.
we sure? 'Cause won't they sign off on that permit? They give them a.
Well, let Alan say something here.
Okay.
He
Ms.
may
Clark?
have something.
They have to, he has to get a move-in permit, even if it's already there. He has to get a move-in permit from the permit center
Right.
in order to occupy that particular property. And that's part of that process is the sign-off of these stipulations that are required by the MPC or ZBA. And once he gets all of that done, then he can get electricity. Prior to that, he can get nothing.
So he has to complete the work.
He has to comply with the ordinance requirements
With the permit.
of the city of the parish in order to get permits.
Does that make sense? So basically,
No,
really the
I'm-
wording.
I'm not clear.
Still
Okay,
confused.
the wording on this should be, at the bottom, would be, review and approval of a move-in permit. It's not by me, not by the executive director, but by the permit office would basically, once these things have been done, if you've gotten permits for those, if he has a move-in permit like Alan is making reference to.
Right.
The only way to do that is to have gotten the permits for this construction and for the skirting and everything.
Okay,
Does that
but
make
you're
sense?
saying get the permits, and Mr. Clark is saying comply with the
We're saying the
ordinance.
same thing.
We're saying the same thing.
This is all part of the overall process.
But he will be able to get moved in.
No, he will not move in with electricity until all this is done.
Okay,
Right.
all the work is done.
Yes.
That is correct.
You're saying permits, you're saying work. You say get the permits, and he can move in
In order
and
to
do the
get a
work.
permit, you have to complete the work.
That's,
There's two different types of permits. I
Yes.
think it's what's confusing. You have the permits to get the driveway and the skirting, and then there's a specific move-in permit
that's the one that he has to do the first two items. So if we added to, prior to the issuance of the move-in permit, that would fix the stipulation, correct?
Okay, that doesn't help him with his issue, which is his lease runs out this month. Is
And
there-
I don't have a mechanism to do anything about that.
Does anybody?
Not through our office, we do not. Now, maybe permits might have some type of wiggle room on that, but we do not have.
Ms. Pearson?
I need to ask a question. What does the electricity have to do with skirting
He can't
and
get,
driveway?
he can't get the power turned on until he has
A driveway?
done all the work required under the move-in permit.
Here,
Mr. Bergeron?
now, I think of commercial construction when I'm telling you this, so I don't know if it'll work. Sometimes you can get it temporary, that, with that permit, a move-in, temporary, they'll give you 30 days, 60 days, and you can move in, but you have to complete the work within that time. They'll come back, and if it's not completed, then they will red tag you. But I don't know if that, in this situation, if that can be done. I'm just saying, I'm just suggesting that that might be a possibility, but you would have to talk to the person.
And that's what I'm asking for.
So your
But-
appeal for that grace period will have to be to the permit office.
And that's a
Okay.
temporary power permit that has to be applied for by a contracted electrician.
Right. So,
Is
It's
there,
not just something they give.
is there any way we can get like discrete view from like the satellite on here, on that
not
property?
there, no.
Okay, because that will give you a better,
The thing is, we can't give you that anyway, so it's become a moot point. All we can do is approve that you can keep the mobile home on the lot. Getting moved in, that will have to be, you'll have to address that with the permit office and how to do that.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Kind of. I guess I can figure it out.
It's just, it's not in our authority to do that. All that's in front of us is putting this mobile home on this piece of property.
Okay.
Right?
Okay,
Okay, so that's all we can vote on today,
gotcha.
okay? Now, assuming we get a motion, how do we need to reword the stipulation?
I think you would just simply still have those two stipulations, and you would say for approval of a move-in permit, and don't talk about executive director approval and all that kind of stuff, because that's really what we're looking for is the move-in permit. So,
All right, with that information,
So y'all have nothing to do with the driveway, you know?
with the permit for the driveway, it's a requirement that the driveway be there,
Okay,
right? And it's a requirement for the mobile home to have skirting, right?
right,
But the next step, once you get approval from us to have the mobile home, is to go to the permit office and get the permit to do the work for the driveway.
Okay.
And the skirting. Yeah?
okay.
I understand it's confusing. But if you have any questions, Mr. Sweeney or Mr. Clark can help walk you through the next step.
we'll try to answer your questions.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, any further questions for Mr. Hughes? All right, thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Anyone else wish to speak for case BAP 26-17? Anyone wish to speak against BAP 26-17? All right, what are we here?
Move to approve with the stipulations we discussed. I've reiterated, but I've probably butchered it.
All right, there's a motion on the floor by Mr. Bergeron. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hendricks. All right, so motion is to approve with the stipulations that skirting be added and driveway will be repaved, either asphalt or concrete, prior to the issuance of a move-in permit.
That's correct.
Please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Next case is case BAP 27-17, 4555 Pine Knoll Drive.
Tammy Gahagan, and address is 4555 Pine Knoll Drive, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71107.
Thank you very much.
I'm looking for permission to put up a double wide and tear down the existing single wide with add-on that's there now.
Okay. Any questions from Ms. Gahagan from the board? All right, thank you very much. Anyone else wish to speak for case BAP 27-17? Anyone wish to speak against case BAP 27-17? Question before, well, let's get a motion.
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Bergeron to approve as submitted. Second by Dr. Stewart. Oh, sorry, Ms. Pearson, my apologies. Question, Mr. Sweeney, often when we have a tear down like this, we have some stipulation regarding the time frame for the removal of the previous structure. Is that necessary, or do we feel like it's, since it's swapped out, it's going to happen?
I mean, based on what I can understand, they've got to put the new one in the place of where the old one is, so it's almost like an automatic swap out.
Okay, I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
All right, so the motion on the floor by Mr. Bergeron, second by Ms. Pearson, is to approve as submitted. Please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Tab 11 brings us to case BAP 28-17, 3700 block Dawson Road.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Milton Calhoun III, 8829 Edgewood Place, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71108.
All right, Mr. Calhoun,
Yes.
what are you here for today?
I'm here to try to get approval to put a double wide on Dawson Road on a little over an acre of land.
Okay. And this, currently there is no structure on the property?
Yes, sir, you're right.
All right. And this is a new mobile home unit?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions for Mr. Calhoun? All right. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak for case BAP 28-17? Anyone wish to speak against case BAP 28-17? What do we hear?
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Bergeron, second by Mr. Hendricks, to approve as submitted. Please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Case BAP 29-17, 4838 Quiet Acres Road.
Hi, my name's Thomas O'Quinn. I live at 1562 Highway 162 in Benton, Louisiana, 71006.
All right, Mr. O'Quinn.
I'm here to get permission to put a double wide on 5 acres on Quiet Acres, a new double wide.
All right. And there's a stipulation regarding approval of a plat, creating a new legal lot of record. Are you aware of that?
Yes, we've done that.
Okay. All right. Any questions from the board for Mr. O'Quinn?
No, sir. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Sorry.
All right. Thank you very much. Anyone else wish to speak for case BAP 29-17? Anyone wish to speak against BAP 29-17? What do we hear?
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Bergeron to approve with stipulation. Do we have a second?
A second.
Dr. Stewart steps up. All right, there's no discussion, please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Tab 13 is case BAC 57-17. It's 7016 Penny Street.
Good evening. My name is Letitia Houston. My address is 3315 West 70th, Lot 3, Shreveport, Louisiana 71108.
Thank you, ma'am. What can we help you with today?
My reason today for coming before you all is that I'd like to have a double wide put on 7016 Penny Street.
It's an existing double wide that's being moved?
Yes, it's being moved.
We have some pictures of that, it appears, I'm assuming there's the trash and stuff on top of the roof will be removed and.
It'll be moved before it's moved. They were just doing some work on the roof at that time.
Okay.
Is that construction
Yes.
debris? Okay. All right, any further questions for Ms. Houston from the board? No, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak for case BAC 57-17?
Hi, my name is Haley Jernigan. My address is 3315 West 70th Street, Lot 3. My city is Shreveport, Louisiana, and my zip code is 71108. I'm the 16-year-old daughter of Miss Letitia Houston. I just came forward to speak because it's very important to me that this double wide be moved. Right now we live in a single wide. It has 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, but we need more space because me and my brothers, they're right there, are getting bigger, and it's really important to me that we move, so I felt the need to speak, so thank you.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you doing so. And Ms. Houston, we appreciate you including your children in the process. It's always great to see people come down and see what happens and how the process works. Thank you for speaking. Anyone else wish to speak for case BAC 57-17? Anyone wish to speak against BAC 57-17? All right, what do we hear?
Move to approve. Second. There's no stipulation on this.
All right, motion by Mr. Bergeron, second by Mr. Hendricks to approve as submitted. Please vote.
He messed it up again.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. All right, that brings us to the end of our public hearing. My mistake. We turn to case BAC 59-17, 2905 Drexel Street.
And I would like to state for the record, the applicant, Mr. and Mrs. Puente, got confused about their date. They put the wrong date down on the calendar and are asking for this case to be deferred to the August meeting.
I move to defer to the next meeting.
Second.
All right, motion to defer and continue for 30 days by Mr. Bergeron, second by Dr. Stewart. Please vote. Motion carries unanimously. All right, that brings us to the end of our public hearing. Thank you for keeping me in check. Mr. Sweeney?
Yes, I really have just one report to mention to you. We are making significant progress with the parish on the Unified Development Code, their version of it, which will be separate from the cities, and we anticipate that the NPC board will review and consider their amendments to the Unified Development Code at their August 2nd meeting, if all goes according to schedule. And then it'll go back to the parish later in August for a final approval of the Unified Development Code along with those amendments. And what we're anticipating, depending on how the scheduling works out, we would have an effective turn-on date for the UDC in the parish probably around the first part of October. And so that will change the dynamics of your agenda going forward. But for the time being, between now and that point in time, we'll still be seeing all the parish cases that are under the current old code of the zoning and the subdivision ordinance. So I consider that significant progress. We've got it narrowed down to about 7 or 8 amendments that they want, and I think they're doable. So that's really the only report I've got today. So, all right.
Any comments from the board?
Yes.
Mr. Cooper?
I miss lunch. I really and truly enjoy eating lunch with you guys. I know I learn a lot when I'm there. But I'm concerned about our rapid, and I'm wrong in my decision I made today. But let us be more conscious of placing liquor stores in the certain neighborhoods. That's all I say.
All right. Thank you very much. Anyone else? All right, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you August the 16th.